Welcome to day 2 of our tour in Accra, Ghana. Let's take a quick look at the itinerary for day 2. Let's start our day off with a quick breakfast at the Tang Palace. Our adventure began with a visit to historic Accra. The historic Accra is a bustling market and the heartbeat of the city. Here's where you'll experience the smell, the taste, and the historic colors of Ghana. Our first stop was at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum and Memorial Park. It's located in downtown Accra, the capital of Ghana. Over the years, the park has attracted visitors from around the world, with an annual count of approximately 98,000 people who visit to pay homage to Ghana's first president and learn about his life and legacy. As one of the top 10 most visited sites in the country, the park holds immense cultural and historical significance.
This happens to be one of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's statues that was built after our independence. So originally a full-piece statue. But in 1961, Muhammad Ali, then Cassius Clay, visited Ghana. And when he came, he took a photo with it, which we got in the museum. Now, he was our president, but then in 1966, his government got overthrown in the military kind of revolution, what we call a coup d'etat. So in the midst of the chaos, some of these things were unfortunately destroyed or vandalized. She was a victim to what happened. So we lost some of the parts in the process. That happens to be the original head of the statue. We also got missing. It was just 2009, some of the buildings. Wow. For us to also keep the history still alive, that's why we kept separate
The mausoleum is a place where the mortal remains of Nkrumah have been interred for the third time in the past 39 years. The body was first buried in Guinea before being brought to Norfolk and later to the mausoleum, its final resting place. It also houses the mortal remains of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's wife, Feta Nkrumah. The structure resembles swords which have been turned upside down, which is a symbol of peace. Others also view it as an uprooted tree, signifying the unfinished work of Nkrumah. The mausoleum is surrounded by water, which is a symbol of life. Its presence conveys a sense of immortality for the name Nkrumah. It shows that even in death, he lives on in the hearts and minds of generations here and generations yet to come. Forward ever, backwards never is a popular quote by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. It is a beacon of hope for all Africans around the world to live in unity. Nkrumah, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's youngest son. He often visits the memorial park and visits the grave of his mother and father.
Ghana, the year of return,
Yeah.
it impacted us positively. We later learned that, our brothers and sisters are willing to come because they came in numbers that we did not imaginable. Our brothers are willing to come home. And so things were changed. Other laws were enacted to enable them to come home, and acquire the Ghanaian citizens.
Right.
And so recently, this musician,
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder,
Right.
became a Ghanaian citizen.
Right.
Yeah, became a Ghanaian citizen. So it's very easy. The government made it very easy for our brothers in the diaspora to come home and settle, so that they can, live their life how they want. Yeah. And so we've seen a lot of African Americans come to buy land, come to buy houses, and they are living here. From here to Cape Coast, from here to Kumasi, from here to the Volta region,
We move on to the Black Star National Square and the Independence Arch, all built by Ghana's first democratic government. As we walk across these spaces, we'll get to know part of the country's convoluted political past. The Ghanaian flag was created to replace the British flag when Ghana gained independence in 1957. The colors represent: red represents the blood of those who died fighting for independence. Gold represents country's mineral wealth. Green represents Ghana's rich forests and natural wealth. And the black star symbolizes African emancipation and unity.
unity and black power. Black unity and black power. That's what the Black Star stands for. And so when you see our flag, the Ghana flag, it is red at the top, yellow in the middle, and the last one is green with the black star in the middle. That is the Ghana flag. The red stands for, the bloodshed to attain independence. And then the gold are minerals. And then the green are vegetation. And then in the middle, we want the unity.
This is my favorite part of our trip, eating authentic Ghanaian food at Buka Restaurant. Y'all, I got to order my peanut soup with my fufu. Now, I ain't eat it with my fingers, I ate it with a spoon, but that's all right. The restaurant was beautiful. All of us had something to eat. Me and Corey, we eat vegetables, but the boys like meat, and so they got kebab with some yams and plantains. We had some salads, and they make their salads different, and so the restaurant was just so accommodating with everything. Just in case you were wondering, they have beautiful bathrooms with running water and flushing toilets. How about that? But anyway, we totally loved this restaurant. We actually loved it so much we came a second time. We even had fresh coconut, and I got to, they cracked it for me so I could eat the inside of the coconut meat.
The W.E.B. Du Bois Memorial Center for Pan-African Culture is the former home and final resting place of American-born socialist, author, and civil rights activist William Edward Burghardt Du Bois, who became a citizen of Ghana in his later years. Du Bois campaigned for African rights and was often referred to as the father of Pan-Africanism. The center, on the outskirts of Accra, was where DuBois and his wife lived the last few years of his life, and is where they are both now buried. Along with the couple's mausoleum, the site features his personal library, as well as a museum with a number of DuBois' personal belongings on display. Surrounding the mausoleum is a restaurant, an amphitheater, and a research institute dedicated to Pan-African history. W.E.B. Du Bois realized early in his academic career that to be a scholar, however brilliant, was not enough. To resist oppression effectively, he must be a public intellectual, a leader, and an organizer. W.E.B. Du Bois was a thinker who never stopped developing his philosophies, a writer who never put down his pen, and an activist who never ceased striving for positive change. W.E.B. Du Bois is a graduate of Fisk University in HBCU. He proudly represented Africans around the world.
Our first shopping experience was ABA Design in Accra, Ghana. We experienced the ultimate fusion of African fashion and beauty by exploring the exquisite fashion house, a haven for all things African fashion, from vibrant fabrics to ready-to-wear attire. Stylish bags, bracelets, unique art pieces, luxurious cocoa butter, shea butter, and traditional black soap. The shop was absolutely beautiful and so colorful. I loved our shopping experience in this fashion house. A must go in Accra. Alright, so for dinner we went to the White Restaurant and Garden. When we went in, first thought in my mind was, this is so beautiful. We saw all these paintings and this artwork and just all the greenery and the flowers just blew me away. So we went in, we started taking pictures with our photographer and just got some really good shots in the different areas of the restaurant. As you can see, they have all kinds of pictures of famous people. The flower decorations are just out of this world. Once we went in further to the restaurant, there was a hallway of the pink flowers. We had to take a picture there. And then we went out, and as you walk further in, you got to see like the bar area and the outside area. It just was beautiful. And when I saw the piano, I had to take a picture of that because the music coming from there was just absolutely beautiful. We had a live pianist. That's me and Bug. We're having a nice little mom and son thing going on there. But when we got down to ordering and things, we got some mocktails and was checking out the menu on our phones, and so we got to order different things. They had all kinds of choices, had bruschetta, all different kinds of things. Andrew, I believe, got a steak. Christopher got some kind of a chicken dish. It was just absolutely delicious. That right there is Christopher and his fancy tea with ginger and like mint leaves, and then we got the bruschetta there that came on the table. As you can see, we had a phenomenal amount of culinary excellence on the table. So as you can see, the decorative greenery, it was just beautiful. It's definitely a must go to the Right Restaurant and Garden. It was